Welcome, everybody. I am Sam.
I'm Amy.
And this is the Average Joe Show.
Whoa.
And as always, we have Hayden with us. Say hello.
Hello.
And
I'm getting better from a cold, so I'm gonna be a little sniffly.
I think I'm starting to get what you got. Because my throat has gotten the tingles.
The tingles. The tingles.
Yeah. So today we got a good episode for you today. We got a good idea at least. It might be a long episode. Who knows? We'll just see when we get there, I guess.
Yeah.
We're gonna be fan casting the Justice League.
Oh,
Ooh.
baby.
Due to a whole bunch of changes that James Gunn is making, which, by the way, I think is absolutely fine. Probably an unpopular opinion, but it's an opinion.
I mean, it's like we don't know what he's planning.
Yeah.
Like, getting mad right now, I think it's just dumb because it's like you don't even know what he's doing. You're probably going to be fine with it once he's done whatever. And it's not like he's canceling, like, oh, no more Shazam 2. We're not doing that one anymore. Or, like, just ending stuff that's already, like, been going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, at least he's letting that stuff happen for people that want it. It's not like he's just pulling the plug on those things, too.
We went to Pop today. What did we get?
I got a genie.
What you got?
Oh no, there isn't a sticker on it that says what's on it.
Wait, what happened to your sticker? I have a sticker.
I didn't touch it. She's gone. My cup's naked. Don't look.
Let's look.
It's like it's White Monster, pineapple, and blue raspberry, and coconut maybe.
Let's see.
Baby.
What was it called? Genie? Yeah, White Monster with blue raspberry, coconut, and pineapple.
Oh, dude.
I
I only know this one because they had it at Swig.
Ooh.
I can't remember what it... Oh, it's called the Zeus Juice.
Zeus Juice.
Mm-hmm. But I remember you guys said it looked like poo water. And I had it on a previous episode, and you guys were making fun of me the whole time. I was like, stop. I like it. She's good tasting.
I got the Desert Delight, but I added some modifications. Usually it's water with desert pear, peach, pomegranate, and mango puree. But because having water is for heathens, we're going to Pop for some carbonated beverages.
Yeah.
So I changed out the water for a White Monster energy drink. No, I didn't. Yes, I did?
Yes.
Yes, I did. And then I sprinkled some Sprite on top because...
they said I could.
Yeah, they wanted me to top it off with a soda because they didn't have enough. Like the
cans
can
are
couldn't
just
fill
like
it.
the cans are just like usually 24 ounces.
Yeah.
That's what they do at most drink places that have like cans.
One day, we will get one, and I will say root beer to top it off, and it will be yours, Amy.
I'll be pissed. I'll be so angry when that day comes. Or they should just try making a drink where you can top it off with root beer. Yeah.
And root beer. You can probably hear our Utah accent when we say root beer.
Root beer?
Root beer. Where you don't...
Root beer.
Root beer.
Well,
root
also with
beer.
Mountain Dew. And with Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew?
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew. Yeah. Hayden, what did you get?
A tidal wave.
Oh.
Do you got what's on there?
Is Sprite with coconut cream and blue raspberry.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Well, Okay.
So to preface how we chose our actors, this time I didn't get like 50 people.
Yeah, thank goodness.
I know. I had to stop myself. I was like, oh, but this person could be good, but also I like this one. Also, should I make it where it's like, oh, if it's going to be a show, I should get these guys? Or should I do like a separate one that's also a movie and just a bunch of stuff? Don't worry, I didn't do that.
I was worried. Me and Hayden were worried.
I know.
We were talking.
I know.
We were talking at work today, and he's just like,
I know. I could tell from the text when I was like, yeah, I have like a few people that I'll mention, but that's it. And you're like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
It's literally going to be like 3 people. Like
Per
2 or
person.
3. No. No.
We'll be here for hours.
No, I
We have a
promise.
bedtime. When do we get to bed?
I want to go to sleep. Yes.
So when we started, well, when we first did a fan cast, we did Shovel Knight. If you haven't seen that or listened to that, go listen to it because it's good. You don't need to stop what you're listening to right now and go listen to it.
This one has nothing to do with that one.
Yeah, but
There is a link to it though.
mm-hmm.
Which is just we're making another fan cast. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa, baby.
And so what we did, we came up with voice actors for that cast because we thought it'd be a fun little animated show.
Mm-hmm.
For this, Amy chose to...
I did voice actors, and Sam did the human actors.
when voice actors aren't human.
They're another breed.
Let's give our voice actors some rights. We're gonna start like a campaign, like a
You want to know
like
what
a rally.
makes me sad? I was like, oh man, it would be fun to have Rob Paulson being on my list, but then I couldn't get him on there. He can be a villain. I'll find a spot to put you, Rob. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Because you're totally listening to us.
Yeah, and then
Don't worry about it.
You can. I don't know if Talking Tunes has stopped, but you can gladly restart it if it's you put us on an episode.
Yeah, start it up again and bring us on, even though we're not voice actors.
Or you should come on our show.
Oh, dude.
And then give us, because of all your clout, we can get view. I mean, it would be just a good time.
I mean, we can still be like, dude, guys, special guest Rob Paulson
Dude,
on this episode.
I don't know what I would do. I think I'd lose my mind if we had Rob Paulson.
I think it would be super giggly, just with him doing any impression. Just,
hey guys.
He's like, all right, guys, let's all do a Carl voice, and it's just that for an hour.
I think I would be too embarrassed and nervous to pull out a Carl Weezer.
He would turn completely red.
Yeah, and then he would make fun of me and be like, "Ah, it's like looking in a mirror."
Bro.
What's going on, Mr. Weezer? Wow, Mr. Weezer. But
Bro,
yeah.
so good.
We're gonna do a few episodes. We're gonna do one episode where we do the Justice League. Then we're gonna do a Legion of Doom kind of thing. And then another episode. So that's 2 episodes right there. Third episode will be like a
pilot.
Yeah, a pilot or like a rewrite, something like. We're gonna write a storyline with some of these characters, probably not all of them, but some of them.
I think it would be fun. Sorry.
No, you're good.
It would be fun to do another one of these, but with like the lesser known Justice League characters.
Yeah. Because there was one character I wanted to bring in, but I don't think I'm going to.
Dude, Booster Gold. I want to get him on this situation.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be so good.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, we could just rewrite God's Injustice, Gods Among Us. Among Us? Alright, do you want to list off our boys?
Yeah. So the characters that we're going to go over today, it's like 10 people, so it's going to be a lot. We have Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Flash, Green Lantern, Cyborg, Martian Manhunter, Hawk Girl, and that's it. And then we also have a surprise character we both come up with. We know what it is, but we'll get to it when we get to that point.
Yeah.
So, should we start with?
Superman.
Yeah. You want to start with your voice actor?
Yeah. I did our Lord and Savior, Troy Baker.
I'm gonna start guessing.
You want to spoil your surprise now?
I don't know. Is it a dinosaur?
Stop trying to guess. I ain't telling you.
Check mark on the list. Starting off strong with a Batman character.
Hey, no, get this. You guys may remember him as the Arkham Knight. But you know who else he is? Two-Face and Batman in the Lego Batman games and Batman in one of the other Batman games.
But
And,
he's gonna play Superman instead?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I meant to look up a clip. Like, I saw a few things. Because I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure I can add Troy Baker in somewhere. But I don't know where. But I was like, oh yeah, I feel like I just wanted someone, like, with a warm, comforting voice for Superman. Why do I automatically just want to be like, yeah, like a dad? Like, just nice and comforting like a dad, but then
You
can
have
also
that
be
mentality,
stern.
Amy.
I know.
I
know.
You're like, all I want is a dad. Amy, you have a dad.
I have a good dad, so I don't know why I need more. Just give me dads, please. But I think because he's in BioShock.
Well,
And I
is
think, yeah, and I think that, his character in that has, like, a southern accent. Because I was also sitting here like, dude, I want to get a Superman with, like, a little southern accent. Like, if he, like, whenever he gets, like, passionate about stuff, like, some of that, like, the accent will, like, come in. And I'm like, oh, yeah, gotta get that Smallville in there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But then I can see it just being, like, Clark will mostly have the southern accent, while when he's playing up Superman, he'll be like, I can't have a southern accent or I'll die. Everyone will know.
So your Superman's gonna actually have more than just glasses when he's Clark Kent?
Yeah.
He's gonna have a southern accent, southern draw. He's gonna come into work with his
Howdy, partner.
with
He's
his
gonna
boots
have
and cowboy hat.
Spurs on.
Come to find out, he just slicks his mullet up into his like curl. So like his little Superman curl is actually a strand of his mullet that he just greased up over his head and it just comes down.
It's actually just a mohawk. No, I feel like people just leave out that he's from not the South, but like he's from the country.
Mm-hmm. He's a country boy.
He's a little country boy. He's from Smallville.
Thank God I'm a country boy.
And I'm like, I want more into that. I don't want just his mom and dad to be like, hello, we are Southern people. Welcome to our home.
I love your Southern accent.
Thanks.
It sounds like you're from the South.
That's the point.
So,
And also, he's Joel from Last of Us. But then I guess also in BioShock, they did this too. But he can sing. So if we want to have the Music Meister come in and ruin everything, we can use him. It's perfect.
like, we don't need anything to do with the Music Meister. The Music Meister, I like the character, but out of all the characters you could have pulled out for an episode, or just any random plot point, the Music Meister is your go-to.
Music Meister is number one.
Yeah.
He will also make the entire Justice League go to therapy.
Well, yeah, because that's what he does in Harley
In Harley Quinn, he's a therapist, and he's like, yeah, just sing your feelings out. And I'm like, yes. I'm like, yes, but also no, don't do it, please.
Do you want to hear what mine is?
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm going to be very honest with everybody. I sort of struggled with finding some people. Superman was one of those people that was hard to find because Henry Cavill, I think, is a very good actor for Superman.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think he's the only one that can play Superman.
Yeah,
But it's
I
hard
think-
to like picture him without picture Superman not being Henry Cavill because that's who I grew up with.
Mm-hmm. And I
It's
feel
very
like,
good,
yeah, and I feel like just also behind the scenes, Henry Cavill's just a big Superman fan too.
yeah.
He named his dog after him, so he must love him or
Yeah.
something. I don't know.
Well, like that's the same thing with Wonder Woman and Aquaman. I had to change these guys, and it was so hard to do
Mm-hmm.
because
Yeah, because
Gal Gadot,
yeah,
Gal Gadot or Gal Gadot, I do not know how to say. I've heard
whoever you are.
woman. I mean,
Wait, I take it back.
I take it back. Lady, ma'am, ma'am, please.
Ma'am.
I don't know. They just like fit their roles perfectly. Even though Jason Momoa doesn't really look like Aquaman.
But I
He's
feel like he was
just-
such a
he
good
just-
refresh.
Yeah.
He made Aquaman cool.
Yeah. Mine is, you probably don't know the name, but as I start mentioning some of his movies or one of the movies that he's been in, you'll know. My choice for Superman is a man by the name of Armie Hammer. He looks.
Wasn't he the one that probably did cannibalism though?
I haven't heard anything, so he's good on my list right now.
Oh my gosh!
I haven't heard anything crazy traumatic.
Hey, wait a minute! He's in Death on the Nile.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I'll be very honest. When I looked up, here's some great people who could be Superman over the years. He popped up on the list. I'm like, why does this guy look familiar? And I pulled up his stuff. And first thing and only thing I noticed was Death on the Nile. And I'm like, oh, he's the guy. He's the
bad man.
Yeah.
Oh no, he's the.
No, he's the widow.
Okay.
Whatever the male version of a widow is, unless that's
A widower.
no widower is. Isn't the widower the person who died?
No.
The person who died.
This is the person who died.
No, it's a widow. Widow is like the wife. Like, it's a woman who lost her husband, and then a widower is a husband who lost his wife. He's Googling it.
No widow. It is a widower.
Got you.
I just picked him. Like one thing that has always stuck out to me with Superman is his gosh dang jawline. He has to have the jawline of a
God.
of a god, and then he has to like sort of like the part. There's some people who had like the. There are some people who had the jawline but didn't look like Superman, and there are some people who looked like Superman but they had a butt chin and it just looks not a butt chin but they had no chin.
Oh.
They had no like. I don't know.
They didn't have a defined jawline.
Yeah, which his jawline isn't crazy defined, but you can. I don't know. I don't know why that was like the first thing I thought of when I thought of Superman. I'm like, he needs a jawline.
A jaw.
But yeah, I need to probably look at more stuff that he's been in. Like he was the Lone Ranger. He was in The Man from U.N.C.L.E. Don't ask me who he was.
Was he Uncle?
He was a guy probably from U.N.C.L.E.
Or something like that. I don't know.
But I don't know. I think I liked his performance in Death on the Nile, even though he was like crazy obsessed with his wife. He was crazy touchy and handsy with the
that was a
discount
lot.
Margot Robbie,
It was,
and then also Gal Gadot.
that movie was
man.
a lot.
But yeah.
That movie was just something.
I think he just looks like an absolute Boy Scout, which is what he's supposed, like what Superman is. He's a Boy Scout. He's just letter of the law, symbol of justice and whatever. And
Truth, justice, and the American way.
exactly.
Whoa.
But I don't know. He's an attractive looking man, and that's what I put him down for. And he's 6'5". He's a taller dude. I didn't base off anything off of height. I also wanted to get an age range. So anybody between 30 and 35 or 30 to 40 is my age range.
Mm-hmm.
Unless I want them to be a little bit older than the rest of the group or a little bit younger than the rest of the group. Like my Cyborg is younger than everybody else. Same with my Flash.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. That's my Superman.
Nice. For Batman, y'all, it was so hard. And I just kept getting super sad. Because I was like, yeah, Kevin Conroy. And it's like, nope, I can't.
And she can't use Troy Baker either.
I know.
Oh my gosh.
So I chose Roger I chose Roger Craig Smith, who's from Arkham Origins.
When the mugger or the thief stops to think twice, that is fear. That is what I am. That is why they hired assassins, because I am the reason the criminals breathe easier when the sun rises.
Big sad.
I feel like your answer to like your big exposition was just consumed by everything else around it. Like I remember what you said, but I will forget it in like 5 seconds just because of how upset you were that you couldn't have Troy Baker or
No, I didn't care. Like I was like, Troy Baker, I'm fine if you're not Batman. I can use you in other stuff. And it's like, you're probably sick of being Batman, so I'll let you be someone else.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I like Roger Craig Smith. Like, he has, like, the younger sound of, like... Let me preface, he's from Arkham Origins, which is... If you watched our video of Arkham Origins, then you'll know. Whoa.
Mm.
But he does sound like a younger version of Kevin Conroy. Like, in that series, at least.
Mm-hmm.
He's also Sonic in a bunch of, like, the Sonic shows, too, which is pretty good.
That is pretty good.
It makes me so happy that it's like, oh, yeah, get a load of this angry man just being like, ooh, vengeance. But then he's a little hedgehog that's like, yeah, chili dogs, I love them.
Sonic's the name, speed's my game. And then also chili dog.
And chili dogs.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I like that.
Thank you. I was trying not to get people that, like, had voiced them already.
Mm-hmm.
But some of them, it was like, I can't. I know, right now it's like, oh, wow, you're doing such a great job. And my Wonder Woman isn't going to help me either. Don't worry, we'll get there eventually. But I was trying to get people that sounded the part. But Batman kept getting me really sad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. Who'd you choose?
My Batman, I should have looked. I didn't even think about what he would sound like.
Oh no.
But I felt like I think he's fine because the roles that he's been in, I'm like, okay, he can be the serious man and he can also be
The big serious.
yeah. So, have you ever heard of a movie? Okay, never mind.
Hit me with it, please.
Okay.
You've piqued my interest.
So this actor, his name is Henry Golding, because You want to know a fun fact about Batman? You ready?
Yeah.
He's a billionaire, playboy philanthropist.
Yeah.
Philanthropist.
Yeah.
And you want to know something else?
Hmm.
He's pretty good at martial arts. Like, that's what Batman is, right?
Before you said that, I was like, it hit me for a second. Like, don't tell me that you did Robert Downey Jr. I'm gonna be pissed.
No. So Henry Golding is my guy. He is from
Ooh.
he is from Two Things, which I've based my entire thing off of. And
Oh my gosh.
so Playboy billionaire philanthropist. You have that with Crazy Rich Asians.
Uh-huh.
And then the combat centric a superhero, you have Snake Eyes, which I heard was a terrible movie. We'll get over that.
I only watched half of it, but I had to work. But also, he is a playboy in A Simple Favor. Even though he wasn't that big of a part. The ladies mattered more.
So the only two things the only thing I saw was Crazy Rich Asians, and I liked him. He also popped up on my, on the 5 or 6 articles that I looked up. He popped up on like 3 of them, being like, oh, he's a good Batman choice. And something I was thinking about, I'm like, Bruce Wayne, he could be like should he be white? Is that like central to his character? Like, there's some characters I feel like they have to be white, or they have to be black, or they need to be a certain ethnicity. Yeah. And
I feel like he could definitely pull it off.
Yeah, I think he's, I don't know.
It'd be cool to see a POC Batman though.
A what? Oh, a person of color Batman. Yeah, I think, like, and when I was looking this up too, I saw like quite a few choices, like what was his name? Actually, no, I can't say his name because he's gonna pop up later. So I won't say that. But you had the guy from Nope, and I think he was in Us. No, he wasn't in Us. But he's like he's T'Challa's friend in the first. In the
Okoye's husband.
Yeah, Okoye's husband.
Yeah.
But he was up there. I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. But I think he would be good.
I feel like he just has such a not a baby face. He just has like a
baby face.
Not a baby face. He just looks too sweet to be Batman to me.
And I feel like Henry Golding, why I picked him was that, like, he's a handsome fella. He looks like he's a millionaire. A billionaire.
He definitely looked like looking at the pictures that we have right now. He definitely like looks like a really good like Bruce Wayne.
But like if you add the Batman mask on here, I think he'd look fine like this.
We'll have to watch Snake Eyes to get a more serious look at him.
My other choice, I was actually gonna have the Mortal Kombat character. Like the main character, I forgot his name. I think it's Louis Tan. He was the main character, and I'm like, oh, he looks familiar. And I looked him up, and I don't know why. I love the idea of an Asian Batman. I think it works. I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Even though Bruce Wayne is a pretty white name, but it could work out. Like, I don't know. You can make it work somehow.
Yeah. We can change it if we want to. We can do whatever.
I watched some combat scenes from it, and I'm like, okay, he's good enough for me. And I think he does his own stunts. Boy. So, yeah, Henry Golding, he's my guy.
Sweet.
Next up, we have Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman. I chose Maggie Q.
You're part Irish, is that right?
I am, almost half.
What is the Irish name that you...
Quigley.
Quigley?
Yeah,
That is a real Irish
Margaret
name.
Quigley.
Margaret Quigley.
Yeah, don't I look like one?
Yes. Me lassie, yes.
And
What
she
does she
voices Wonder Woman in Young Justice, baby.
That is cheating.
I know.
It's fine. It's fine.
I almost did, because I had recently watched Kung Fu Panda, and I was like, dude, Angelina Jolie, you know what? She could be pretty good as a Wonder Woman.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, I'll think about it. And then I watched an interview of Anya Taylor-Joy. Joyce?
Joy.
Yeah. With her talking about the menu, and I was like, ooh, she could be really good, but she has such a young sounding voice that I don't know if it would work. And I was even thinking, like, with, like, if I did her, then it would be, like, just her using, like, her regular voice. Because, like, with her voicing Peach, she sounds super young. But then with her, like, just talking, like, just in interviews, it's like, oh, yeah, you sound like you could be a Wonder Woman. But I did Maggie Q. It was a very safe choice, but...
Well, like,
but still.
I think Wonder Woman should have, like, a... Not saying, like, she needs a low voice like this, but, like...
She needs a stoic voice.
She doesn't need, like, a peppy, like... Oh my gosh, how are you? Oh, I'm Wonder Woman. Oh, man.
Yeah, because, like, in some of the animated movies, I hate it because she's just, like, she acts like a puppy where she's, like, just, like, super innocent, which I'm fine with, but I'm also like, come on, guys, we've done this, like, too many times recently, just give me stoic woman who's like, I want to save I want people to be safe, and just, like, get all the bad people out of here. So it's like, I don't know, man. But I liked Maggie Q in Young Justice. She did a good job. But yeah, who'd you choose for Wonder Woman?
So this actor, I'm pulling from the MCU as well. Well, this is my first one of a few people that are from the MCU. I think there's only one other person. Yeah, from the MCU. And this person's name is Jamie Alexander. She was in the Thor movies. She's Lady Sif.
Oh.
I had a problem between, like, I had the decision between her and Alexandra that's why I didn't pick her, because I can't pronounce her last name. I'm just kidding. But Jamie Alexander, here, let me pull up a picture
I feel
of her
like
as Lady
with
Sif.
I feel like with her, or like just with the Wonder Woman, like how you were like, yeah, jawline for Superman. I feel like she needs, like, cheekbones, which I feel like she has.
That's her.
Oh yeah.
And she follows, like, my criteria for age. She's 38. And Henry Golding was 35, if I didn't say that, and Armie Hammer was 36. Don't look at my list, Amy. But
I'm just looking at her.
Oh boy.
She's a good choice.
Yeah, I don't know. I like her. She fits the look, and I think her time as, like, in the MCU was sort of, like, screwed over. I don't remember her having much action sequences other than, like, her fight in
the first one.
Yeah, in the first movie where they're on the Frost Land. I don't know.
Yeah.
And she's in other action movies, so she's capable of doing action and being serious too. And so I'm not.
And she's got some muscle on her too.
Yeah, she's. I don't know. She.
Like, I feel like with her, I feel like with anyone, it shouldn't be like, make yourself super ripped, dehydrate yourself for a whole week just for us to see your muscles. It's like, just look like a regular person that looks strong.
Right.
And then everything will be fine.
Yeah. And it really sucks, like, trying to find somebody to replace Gal Gadot, because
She was a good choice.
I think she is very hard to pick. Like, if I were to keep people, I'd keep Batman. I'd keep Robert Pattinson. I'd keep Henry Cavill, and I'd
Not
keep
Ben Affleck.
no Gal Gadot, and basically everyone who's in it, because I was supposed to say, and Jason Momoa.
Would
But
you keep Ezra Miller?
No. He's under fire. he's an issue. So that's our Wonder Woman. Next up we have Aquaman.
Aquaman. All right, guess what?
What? Are you gonna be
I'm
a
not.
cheater?
No, I'm not cheating this time. I think this is the end of the cheating.
Okay.
I think so. I think there's like one or two people where it's like kind of cheating, but then also no one knew about it, so it doesn't matter. But I chose Logan Cunningham.
Logan Cunningham. Okay.
He's from Hades, which there's gonna be a lot of those on here. He voices Hades himself.
You're late for dinner. Or breakfast, or whatever blasted meal's next. I've asked repeatedly for the construction of a sundial, but every time they tell me no. Can you believe it?
Poseidon, Achilles,
Go forth, lad, and do as you must. I'll keep an eye on things while you go away.
Charon, and Asterius. He voices a lot of people. But I wouldn't automatically be like, yes, do your Poseidon voice, please. Because it's just like a sailor, like, kind of talking type thing. I'd probably do more of an Achilles kind of voice, or Asterius. Charon doesn't do much talking. He's just like, he's dying the whole time. Yeah.
I'm doing good.
But yeah, I was like, ooh, I like how low his voice is. And I just like all the little accents that they have in the game too. So yeah, that's him. There he is.
So mine, just through skimming for a half second on his information, I found out he's done voice acting for characters in the Justice League. I don't know if he played any specific people, like what people he played specifically, but my Aquaman, run Aquaman, I'm just kidding. Mine is Liam McIntyre.
Isn't he a wrestler?
No,
a
that's
wrestler?
That's Drew McIntyre.
Okay.
So this man, I'll be very honest, I based it solely off looks and 2 articles that I looked at. Because look at him, he's a big beefy boy.
Wow.
And he's played in movies like Spartacus, or shows like Spartacus, The Legend of Hercules.
Hercules.
He was in the Justice Society, Justice League Dark, Suicide Squad, Hell to Pay.
Hey, wait a minute, let me find out. Who is this man? Who is he right now?
Owen Mercer? I don't know who that is.
I don't know either.
Bruh. Wait, why don't we just go to his IMDb and look up his specific, voice
Because we
acting?
wanted to make life hard.
I guess.
Yeah, Captain Boomerang a lot.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because
Captain
he's
Boomerang?
he's
He's
Australian.
Ooh. Would you keep him in the Australian accent?
I don't know. I'll be very honest, because I also haven't seen any of his stuff, I don't know what he sounds like. So this is going to be a big issue.
Oof.
He's already done Aquaman, I guess.
Really?
And what?
Justice Society
Okay.
World War II.
Well, I guess
you
we
cheated. I guess we won.
Yeah. I don't know. That's really it.
He has a surfer dude look.
Yeah. What I was wanting to go for is like a piratey look, like
Ooh.
like the new 52 look. I think is what we're looking for, like with the fish hook and everything.
Dude.
I don't think he's gonna have as flowing and long hair, but
You won't have as luscious locks.
yeah, I
That's
could see
just
him-
for Jason Momoa.
Yeah, I could see him just having like. Yeah, I don't want the dinky little like classic Aquaman to be like, "Hello, everybody. I am Aquaman. I speak to fish."
I am Aquaman and I speak for the fish.
Like I want him to, like I still believe that he can be super cool, and like if you gave this Aquaman like the new 52 look but with a beard, I could see that being.
I think it would even be fun just to have like all the looks.
Yeah,
Paying homage to everything.
I just want him to look more pirate-like,
Uh-huh.
like yeah. But
That'd be fun.
so who do we have next on our list?
We got The Flash,
Mm,
which I don't know how much you're gonna like this.
okay, I like where this is going already. But I'm not gonna like it.
So I chose John Lennon.
John Lennon?
No, Lennon.
Wait,
No.
wait, like
No.
the,
I was saying it's John Linnell.
okay, because I'm like the comedian guy from. Like,
No, I just don't know how to read. Apparently, he is the other father in Coraline,
Hello, Coraline. Want to hear my new song?
and also he's a singer too. Because I was like, ooh, I could do him. And then, like, my first choice that I had, which I think you'll hate equally, is Bill Hader. Because I just wanted someone with, like, a wily voice. Like, that's all that I wanted. And I thought it would be funny, like, yeah, if I did do YouTubers for the voices, Psychic Pebbles, baby.
This is horrendous.
I know.
I hate everything about this. Like, Flash is such a cool character, and you just absolutely just take him out with such garbage freaking. Oh my god.
No, but John Linnell is my choice. He has a nice, calming voice.
Because what is he like?
He's the other father in Coraline.
Okay.
That's my base. That's my bassist. Who'd you choose for your Flash?
I had a hard time. I was trying to pick between two people, and one of them was a more serious one, and I didn't go with that one. That one is Glenn Powell. He's the guy from Top Gun Maverick. He's like the guy who's opposing Miles Teller's character. Like,
yeah, he's like.
I want to say Chicken. No, Rooster. Rooster's the
Chicken.
He was Rooster's rival, which I can't remember his rival. I can't remember his character's name.
Yeah, he's just a dirtbag.
Yeah, but I picked him originally because he has like that cocky arrogance to him. But I picked somebody else instead. Does the name Robert Shaheen ring any bells?
No.
That's not his name.
I didn't want Bob.
I didn't want Bob. Let me look this up.
Well,
look away.
Ooh. Is it who I think it is?
Oh, it's Robert Sheehan.
Oh yeah.
And
it's Klaus.
Yeah, Klaus from Umbrella Academy.
Yeah. Did you know that he has like a major Irish accent?
Yep.
It is so cute. I love it.
Well, that's what I found out while I was researching him. Because I'm like, oh, I need somebody that could be a comical guy who's younger, because Robert Shaheen's 30, Glenn Powell's 34, and I'm like, do I want Glenn Powell to, or do I want Flash to be like at the same age as everybody else, like 34, 35, or 36, or do I want him to be younger, like my Cyborg, who is 30? And so I decided that Robert Shaheen, I looked at like a...
I think it's
like
Robert Sheehan.
Sheehan. Robert Sheehan, not Shaheen. Shaheen's an old dude. Sheehan. I just looked at some of the stuff that he was in, and he's quick-witted. I think he's a good replacement for Ezra Miller, because what they were going for, they wanted him to be basically what Spider-Man was, the Quipster Quickster.
Whoa!
I'm copywriting that one. That one felt pretty good saying out loud.
Yeah.
But yeah.
And I feel like he could be serious too.
Oh yeah. Because I looked at some stuff like Misfits. He had some serious moments. Mortal Engines. He had some serious moments.
Well, in Umbrella Academy, he has like some like first season he has a lot of like more serious moments. But then I think just over time he became more of the comic relief. Yeah. And that's all that he was.
And I think if you have like a good balance between seriousness and comical, like it would work. The only problem for me is that I always feel like Flash is like sort of cocky and arrogant. Not like crazy arrogant, but he's just like, he knows that he's faster and he will like,
I'm the best here.
Yeah. I just think of the Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League trailer with Flash, and he's like, "Oh, I got that." Like,
you could have just mailed that to me.
You could have just mailed it to me, and he's just like, "Oh, that wasn't even close." And I think he would work as that.
I also think of I think it was the Justice League show. Like he's talking to one of his villains. They're like at like a pub or something, and like I feel like Flash is just super chill.
Yeah.
And he's caring too. Like he's not just like arrogant and all that stuff. But he's like nice to all of his villains. Like he genuinely wants to help them. Yeah. Rather than being like, I'm going to kill you, or I'm going to lock you up in Arkham again and break every single bone in your body.
Right.
He's like genuinely like, oh, hey, like, you put your costume back, like, you put your costume on, like, are you off your meds right now? And the villain's like, yeah, and he's like, oh, well, I want to help you, like, why don't you tell us about, like, this stuff? And they're like, okay, and he's like, okay, well, after you finish this drink, just go turn yourself in. They're like, alrighty, Flash.
Yeah, I think that's something that I think he could also bring to the table. He has that personality of, like, being likable.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
And usually, like, I don't know, I'm just seeing how Ezra Miller was, like, his body shape. He's not big and muscular like everybody else. He's sort of, like, skinnier. Like, he's like a track person.
Yeah.
Like,
it would just be your legs that would be muscular.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But, yeah.
Which, just thinking of Tenoch Huerta with...
You're just saying words now.
He's Namor from the new Black Panther.
Right.
But they were saying, like, hey, man, so we're not just going to, like, work out your upper body. You're going to be in little shorts, so work out your legs, too, mister.
But we're going to CG your bulge.
Oh, my gosh. Wow.
Should we move on to our next one?
Okay, so quick question. So up next we have Green Lantern. I did both Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart.
I was debating between the two, and I
know. I was like, I need both.
I ended up just doing Hal Jordan.
Oh. Yeah. And like, I had an idea for both of them, like as like just regular actors, which I like halfway pitched it to you, or like I'm sure I've pitched it completely to you many
don't
years
ask
ago.
me what you
But-
said because I do not remember.
Yeah. I will say my original pitch was a lot better because this one's very chaotic. So for Hal Jordan, I did Zac Efron.
Whoa. Shaggy and Scooby were taken?
He was in Scoob as Fred. But also he's in High School Musical.
No way, is he?
Bro! But yeah, I was it'd be fun to have a younger Hal Jordan who's like, just come on to the team. How's it going, pals? And then there can be Jon Stewart who's like, all right, kid, let me take you under my wing. Let's go, you idiot.
what's funny, Amy? Jon Stewart is after Hal Jordan.
I know. You want to know who I chose for Jon Stewart?
I can guess. My guess right now... Oh, actually, never mind. Oh, is this still live action?
No, both of these are for...
So you have Zac Efron being your voice for...
Mm-hmm.
Has he ever done voice acting?
Yeah, he's Fred in
yeah,
Scoob. As live action.
My mind has been rolling around because of the idea of Zac Efron.
For live action for Hal Jordan, I would do like Tom... what's his name?
What is his name?
Yeah, Amy. What's
He's
his
the one
name?
from Top Gun.
Tom Cruise?
Yeah, Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Where were you inspired about that idea?
A lot of people on the internet.
Where were they inspired? From a hit movie called Top Gun?
No, it was before Top Gun came out. Someone was like, yeah, Hal Jordan is...
Wait, like before Maverick came out?
Yeah.
You know when the other Top Gun came out?
It was before Top Gun. That was the first movie that I thought of. I'm
Like
pretty
in
sure
the
it's called...
80s?
No! Sam, listen. I'm
Tom
sure...
Cruise is in...
No! Stop! I'm sure people were inspired by, like, all the Mission Impossibles. Like, I saw after I watched Mission Impossible Fallout, and I was like, you know what? He would be pretty good.
Do you know the Hal Jordan's deal? He was a fighter jet pilot.
Yeah.
Of course he was inspired by...
Yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
My mind.
I can't remember who I was thinking of, Jon Stewart with Tom Cruise's Hal Jordan. I can't remember who it was. It was many moons ago. But for voice actor Jon Stewart, I was like, ooh, Winston Duke, let's go.
So how did you become involved with this project?
Oh, man. So this was Spotify's first, narrative podcast. And I thought of it as a really great opportunity just to do good work. So a big part of my life is just always thinking about what my catalog of work will be when I'm 75, 80, 90 years old. Like, what am I going to look back on?
Do you know who that is?
That's M'Baku.
Mm-hmm.
Has he ever done any voice acting?
Yes.
I swear if it's M'Baku from What If, I'm going to...
No. Sam, did you listen to the podcast Batman Unburied?
I did.
Guess who he is?
Who?
Bruce Wayne, baby!
No way!
Yeah! I meant to listen to it before.
What the heck? I haven't listened to that podcast in like a year at least.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, I guess he's that. And he's also in Us as the dad.
Mm-hmm.
The goofy dad. But yeah, those are my choices.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Are you mostly stuck on Zac Efron or Winston Duke or both?
I think they're both weird options, but I think Zac Efron is especially weird because guess what?
Huh.
My Hal Jordan is Zac Efron.
Bro, really?
Did I tell you this beforehand?
You didn't tell me who it was specifically.
Oh, I thought I was like, oh, Amy's gonna have a hissy fit about this one because it's so out of left field.
Well, it's funny because I also said, like, dude, he can sing because he's in High School Musical.
But Amy, that wasn't him singing in that one though.
Not in the first one, in the other ones he was singing.
I'm gonna pick a different movie where he's actually singing. He picks the one movie he didn't actually sing.
Oh my gosh. He's the greatest showman, I forgot.
Okay, so we've all come to an agreement that Zac Efron is Green Lantern. I thought that was a wild option.
Shook hands on was Zac Efron as Hal Jordan.
I think there's probably a better voice actor.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Well, like Zac Efron, he's never done like superhero stuff, but he's like built for superhero stuff.
He's built different.
And
he's built the same as all these guys.
And he has like some sort of like he's played like the cocky, arrogant person like in 17. I was going to say 17 again. I can't quite remember if he was.
I think it is 17 again.
Yeah, he was in that movie, but I'm thinking more along the lines of like Baywatch is probably a better.
Or High School Musical.
Or he was a big dumb jerk in High School Musical.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Mm-hmm.
But Baywatch, he was super cocky and arrogant and thought he was all that because he was the high school swim team captain or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then gets
wrecked by The Rock.
Yeah. I'm like, what Rock?
The one that I threw at his head.
Okay. I love that we could come to an agreement on that. I was so prepared for a wild
wild reaction.
Yeah.
When you got a completely different wild reaction.
But like internally I'm like, this is insane.
That's why. That's so good.
Okay. Let's move on to our Cyborg.
Cyborg. This one is like halfway cheating. This is another one of my cheat ones. I did a Michael B. Jordan because he voiced Cyborg in the Flashpoint movie.
Batman. You should have let her hit the pavement. You shouldn't have thrown her. She slipped. Aren't you wondering how I found you?
And he does a real good job.
I like that.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's like too much of a hot shot right now to be like, hey buddy, you want to come back and be Cyborg again? Even though you're making the third Creed movie and doing a bunch of other stuff and being way cooler than doing what I want you to do.
Well, like,
there's a lot of good Cyborg voice actors. I went through a list of them and I was like, oh man, he's really good. Oh dang, he's really good too. Oh, that guy's good too.
I like when I was looking up actors, somebody who popped up for Superman was Michael B. Jordan. I'm not a big fan of that. I'm not. But I know that there's like an alternate universe Superman where he is black and it works perfectly, and like I saw pictures of like the comic book depiction of it. And I'm like, he looks like that could be him, but I do not see him as Clark Kent.
My thing is just like especially with like the big names of like Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. I'm like, oh, I don't want them to be like big characters from Marvel. Because then I feel like it would just be like, oh yeah, we're stealing your actors, thanks. It's like, oh, we're copying you guys, oops. Because I know with me, I was trying not to do a lot of Marvel characters or Marvel actors.
I was trying to not do big name, like I was not going to grab, like some people were like, oh, a good Batman would be Sebastian Stan, or like good Superman would be Sebastian Stan. I'm like, nah, he's too big in the MCU, or he's going to be too big in the MCU. But yeah. I was on the same boat. I'm like, if I'm going to pick anybody, they're going to be like a C-tier character. That's why I picked Jamie Alexander for Wonder Woman, because I'm like, I don't know if she's going to be in any more movies, and whenever she's
Or
been
if
in
she's
one,
just
she's
gonna-
been like a wildly small character.
Yeah, or like just now it might be just like comic relief stuff since she's stuck in New Asgard.
Mm-hmm.
She got banished to the comedic character corner.
Mm-hmm.
Oof.
All I gotta say to her is need a hand and pull her over to Wonder Woman. Remember, she got her arm taken off. That's my joke.
Her arms in Valhalla.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wait, does it actually? Is it actually?
I don't know. The whole joke was
they-
like, just let me die and then I can go to Valhalla. And he's like, well, technically you're not in battle, so your arm's in Valhalla, just not the rest of you if you die right
That's
now.
right.
It's like, sick, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I would... Now I'm like, oh, now we gotta go watch the end credit scene and see her arms just laying there, just in Valhalla with everyone else. Just there.
Well,
who did you choose for
oh,
Cyborg?
I was about to skip over and go
I
to the
know.
next one.
I was like,
I'll go
I was like,
mine.
who's your Cyborg again?
My Cyborg is a pretty big actor, but I've only seen him in really one thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually two things, but one of them was a terrible movie called The Circle, which was by far one of my least favorite movies I've ever seen in my entire life. That I've sat all the way through.
I love it.
And that's my one time I'm ever going to mention that movie.
I've never seen it, so I don't know the pain.
It was a movie that came out while I was at the movie theater, and
I remember just hearing echoes of it with your friend groups, just being like, "Oh, The Circle."
well, it was the worst. So, like the okay, we're gonna have a little side tangent because I looked. We're like almost done. We
I'll
have
never
like
know who it is.
well, yeah, we're like pretty
we're like
close to
we're like 3 characters.
yeah, and we're only like an hour in. So
Oh, sick, dude.
but so The Circle. When I was at the movie theater, we do these things called team screenings.
Mhm.
It was to make sure that like
It was like a quality check type thing, but
yeah.
also just being like, "Hey guys, let's watch the movie the night before it comes out." Whoa.
Yeah, I liked it because you could have an opinion on a movie before other people watch it, and
Mhm.
be like, "Oh, I can recommend this movie." Or if you didn't like it, you can just say, "Oh, I didn't get a chance to see it, so I don't know."
Mhm.
Which
Yeah.
I did with this movie, because The Circle was by far one of the most horrendous movies I've ever seen. Biggest waste of my time. I didn't need to stay up until 3.
My
watching this
man,
movie.
you have not seen Cats yet.
Yeah, but you can make fun of it all you want. You literally can't make fun of The Circle. It's just so boring.
Mhm.
It's terrible.
Uh-huh. Oh, so
but-
who'd you choose from
no,
it?
No, okay. Let me go through this rant still. I'm not over this.
He's not done.
So,
He's still pissed.
usually when we have these team screenings, there's maybe the minimum amount of people that you're supposed to have at these are 10 people, or they're just going to cancel it for the night.
Mhm.
And I swear, every single time a movie comes out, everybody's fighting and scrambling to get that 10th person to come, and it's usually me that's the 10th person,
Uh-huh.
because I want to go to bed and go to school in the morning.
Mhm.
But for some reason, we had 30 people show up to this screening. Nobody knew what they were getting into. They knew Tom Hanks was in the movie, which isn't my my Cyborg, which would be hilarious.
Bro.
It had Emma Watson, also not my Cyborg, but it had these big name actors, and it just turned into garbage. It was the biggest snooze fest and like most infuriating thing to just sit through, because I'm like, why did we get all these people to go to this movie and like everybody get hyped for it? Because it was garbage.
Want to know what this reminds me of? Death on the Nile.
Yeah.
Because also with that one, when I went to the screening for it, I was like, this was a big waste of time. I should have just gone home and gone to bed. But then I also sat there like, but I can't be the only one that watched it. I need to have Sam and Hayden watch it too so I can talk about this mess. And then we watched it the next day.
Absoluteness.
And you know what? I think just me being tired and being like, y'all, I just got off work and I don't want to be here any longer, but I guess I'll stay. And then it was also like, we were there till 3 a.m.
Well,
like, that's when the movie ended, and I was like, dude, I'm pissed. This sucks.
Those are some movies, like the Assassin's Creed movie and whatnot. But we don't need it. Let's move on.
Yeah.
My character
cyborg?
my actor from The Circle, which we're going to change out the name of the movie because he's in a way bigger property. It's called Star Wars.
Is it who I think it is?
Yeah, Samuel L. Jackson.
Bro!
No, I'm lying. It's John Boyega.
Dude.
The guy who plays Finn. He's also in Pacific Rim Uprising and a movie called Breaking and The Woman King. I do not know either of those.
I wanted to
movies.
watch The Woman King. It looked interesting.
But he fits my demographic of what I see. Cyborg. He's younger than the rest of the group. So I have him put down as 30. Compared to everybody's 34 to 36 age range, which I've said already. But I don't know. I really liked him as Finn, and he has that charm about him that will bring like that younger side of Cyborg. But he has some serious roles like Pacific Rim and also The Circle. Where I don't remember any comedy bits from that because that movie wasn't funny. It was just boring.
He was too busy dying to notice.
Yeah.
I will say one thing about John Boyega. Because people have also been like there's been interviews where they're like, oh yeah, like John Boyega, you should be in a DC movie, like who would you want to be? I think you'd be a really good Cyborg, or I think you'd be a good Jon Stewart, you'd be a good whatever. And he's always like, yeah, it would be fun, but I want to be Jason Todd. And I'm like, yes, I'll allow it. I'm fine with it. You'll be good.
I don't know how I feel about that. But if he wants to do it, I'm
People
all
have
for
made
it.
art about it, and I'm like, yes, please. I want to see it, even though sadly it probably won't happen. But hey, James Gunn, you may surprise me, so we'll find out. But it'd be cool to see that. And I like John Boyega.
Yeah,
he's a good boy.
I haven't absolutely hated anything that I've seen him in. I just hated the movie that he was in at one point.
And I think, because I just watched a lot of interviews, like, with him. Like, just him being, like, an absolute Star Wars nerd and being upset about the Star Wars movies. Being like, when him and Oscar Isaac are, like, making fun of the, oh yeah, they fly now. And then he's like, they've been flying since the Clone Wars. What do you mean? He's just super mad. But then there's the fun, like, what's in the box, like, interviews where it's him and,
was it you that originally showed us the movie?
No, that was me. That was me.
Okay.
What's her name? She was in Wednesday. She's the really tall lady with blonde hair.
Oh, she was the one. She
was in the chrome suit.
Yeah, she's from Tenet and.
She's in Tenet?
Yeah, she's.
Wait a minute. Who is she?
The tall lady. She's also.
I don't remember a tall lady in that movie.
She was
I know she's in Game of Thrones.
She's the one that has the boy, and she's like, whole world's ending, but all I care about is like.
That's her.
Yeah, she's.
Bro.
My favorite line is from that movie is that. The whole world depends on it. The whole world will end if we don't resolve this. And she's like, my son also lives here. And I'm like, you're joking. That's the line that you said? That's a terrible line. It was like, ugh. Okay.
I didn't know that was her.
She's also in Guardians of the Galaxy 2.
Oh, she is? Is she the gold lady?
But we're not talking about her.
I was just gonna say those two are just cute in that interview.
Yeah, that's a very fun interview. But yeah, Should we move on to our Martian Manhunter?
Yes. Sam, you're gonna hate mine. Everyone's gonna hate mine. Even though it's just funny to me. And I couldn't think. I didn't want
that I like doubled down on like, oh, I need a serious these serious roles, and then Amy pulls out psychic pebbles for Flash.
No,
I don't care about whatever else you said about the Flash. That you associated psychic pebbles. I know you had like 3 other names. It's like infuriating.
He wasn't even my choice. No, but.
It sure as heck feels like it was your choice.
No, dude. If I were to make an animated thing, I would just get the old actors. Like from the show. You know, we can't get some of them, which kind of sucks. And it's also like, it feels like just restarting the whole MCU with animated DC stuff, because they already have their own, like, DCAU going on.
It's just
so
the DCU.
Just like all the animated stuff. That whole thing. It's like they already have a set like cast of everyone, so it's hard to just be like, ooh, I'm just gonna reset everything and choose new people that are gonna be better than all these other people that you guys chose that are really good. So my Martian Manhunter is Dennis Haysbert. Do you know who that is?
Nope. Don't make me look him up.
He's the Allstate guy.
Are you in good hands?
Are you in good hands?
You didn't try whatsoever to get anybody. You're just like, Martian Manhunter has a low voice and he's, whoa my god.
Woo, oh, I'm getting lightheaded.
Like, you had something for your first 3 characters, and then you just went nosedive into the ground.
I used all my energy. I got to Batman and got super sad.
We had 2 or 3 weeks to work on this.
Yeah, and I worked on it earlier this week.
Oh, God.
No, but I'm like, oh, he has like a robotic kind of voice. And it could work.
Okay. Amy, you're going to substitute yours out with mine, because mine would be a great voice actor
I'm sure.
too. I think he's done voice acting. No, he has done voice acting. Because, Amy, can you tell me a character who has been in Frozen 2?
I've never seen Frozen 2.
Supernatural. And Angry Birds movie 2.
Well, 2 out of the things I haven't seen.
Okay.
The other one, it's been so many years that my brain's fried that I'm only like, yeah, Sam and Dean. That's it. And he was probably just in like 1 episode too.
He probably was. Because it's further down the list where it said that he was in this.
Ooh.
So his name is Sterling K. Brown. He is most popularly known to being in the hit TV show called This Is Us. He's also in Hotel Artemis and the Black Panther.
Dude.
He's
He's the only actor that I knew that I didn't need a picture.
So you knew who he was when I said Sterling K. Brown?
No, just when you said, yeah, he's in This Is Us, and I was like, dude, it's the dad.
Yeah. I love him a lot. I feel like he's a genuinely good actor.
He is.
Now
I'm bugged because I'm like, when is he in Supernatural? Whose man's is this?
You can look it up later. But yeah. Like he's not T'Chaka. He's Killmonger's dad in Black Panther.
Dude.
Was he in? Dude. Like it says that he was in Wakanda Forever, but I don't remember him being in it. Like
I
in a
don't think
flashback
so.
or anything.
Dude, that scene in the first Black Panther where It's Killmonger going to the astral plane
Mm-hmm.
and him like talking with his dad.
Mm-hmm.
That scene is so good.
Well, like,
it makes me cry.
I think out of all these people, I think Sterling K. Brown is like the guy I'd root for the most to be out of any of these. If they only took one character from my list,
Mm-hmm.
I think Sterling K. Brown and honestly, Zac Efron. I think I'd be. Well, I think Sterling K. Brown is actually the best option of my entire group.
Mm-hmm.
Not to brag or anything, but like he's.
I mean, compared to mine.
Yeah, yours is garbage.
I would only fight
You
for Roger
based it off of a
Smith.
one-liner. Are you in good hands?
Hey, he was in a movie where he was a detective, and it was a terrible movie.
He was also in.
He was in Wreck-It
Brooklyn
Ralph.
Nine. He was also in Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Uh-huh.
He was the like. He was like another chief, where he was in the FBI or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the chief of the 9-9 and him were like competing, like sort of competitive, and
Yes.
Jake was just like, you know when he says the things that you say, it sounds cooler. I'm like,
that's why mine's better.
No. Okay.
I know that mine was terrible. I was like, yeah, this is my weakest one.
So, Sterling K. Brown is the oldest of the group.
Mm-hmm.
Like, him and Liam McIntyre are in their 40s,
Mm-hmm.
while everybody else is in their 30s. We've already said like 500 times.
Mm-hmm.
He's Sterling K. Brown is 46, and Liam McIntyre is 40. And I'm fine with those guys being older because they seem like more of the stoic people of like, like they are more experienced of the group, so they should be older.
Uh-huh.
And also even with Jamie Alexander, she's 38, so she's on the older end of the group.
Yeah, I feel like those three, like just the characters, they should be the oldest. I guess Hawkgirl can also be in that group too.
I had her be the same age as everybody, but yeah.
Yeah, well, the thing with Hawkgirl and Hawkman are both like, they get reincarnated. So it's like, you can either have it be at the start of their reincarnation or like more in the middle or the end of it. But like those guys should be like the oldest and the wisest ones. But I see Martian Manhunter as like the oldest and like the most like knowing, like just the wisest out of the group, I guess. That's really good. I like yours.
Yeah, it's sure is like better than Nationwide. Or is it Nationwide or is it Allstate?
Allstate.
Allstate. Are you good at should we move on to Hawk Girl?
Yes.
When I presented this idea to my roommate, he's like, Hot Girl? I don't remember Hot Girl being like in there. I'm like, I said Hawk Girl. That's like my biggest problem.
Hawk Girl.
Hawk Girl.
Hawk. So I chose Marin M. Miller. They're from Hades also.
Vanquish all who stand against you, noble cousin. I and your relatives upon Olympus shall assist you in so doing.
They do mostly like writing stuff. Like they're more of a writer for like multiple things, but they can do like voice acting stuff. And they voice Athena, Persephone, and Alecto. No.
Well, I searched up Maureen L. Miller, so
Oh,
I pulled up a
good
random.
job.
Yeah.
But I wanted something more stoic, and I was sitting here also like, oh yeah, because I was struggling with Wonder Woman, so I was like, yeah, if it needs be, I can also have them be Wonder Woman too. Because like with the characters that they play, Athena has like a completely different voice from Alecto. Persephone.
Yeah, I see
Yeah. Tisiphone is kind of like a Charon, where it's just more groaning and they're dying. While with Alecto, dude, I love Alecto so much. She's the best character. And I'm so sad that you can't woo her in Hades. Makes me so pissed. But she's just an angry ball of anger, and she's real good. I love her.
Ball of anger.
Yeah, she shoots she shoots Beyblades at you with spikes on them.
Heck yeah.
And she's my favorite. But then Athena, like, with their voice for Athena, it's like just more like stoic sounding. So it's like, oh yeah, you can totally do like the Athena voice for Wonder Woman, and then like a mix of Athena and Alecto for Hawk Girl. Because I was also picturing Hawk Girl being more of a, like, on the younger part of like their resurrection like state.
Mm-hmm.
And if I wanted to, making them older, then I can do that. But yeah, that's who I chose.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, I was like super hyped because Hawk Girl, I've seen her being this fiery redhead, so I'm like, oh, we need to have that ginger representation. And I was led astray because I also remember I really liked Hawkman's character in Black Adam.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm like, you know what?
So good.
I think I am fine having not having her not be a ginger and have her be African American. Well, actually,
it can also
she's-
be
I don't
like,
think she's
she can dye her.
African-American, she's British, but
She can always dye her hair, Sam. Anyone can do it.
I know, but I don't think it would look good, personally. I like the way that she looks now.
Mm-hmm.
This actress's name is Lashana Lynch.
Let me get a look at her.
She's from the Captain Marvel movies and was Captain Marvel in Multiverse of Madness.
Mm-hmm.
But I originally sought out, I'm like, oh, I remember this action character in No Time to Die, and I'm going to pick the other 007.
Mm-hmm.
Come to find out that was, she was also in the Captain Marvel movie and played Captain Marvel. Oh my gosh, I have the hiccups. It's so bad. But I really liked her in No Time to Die, and I was fine with her in the Captain Marvel movies. I didn't really think too much about her. Yeah, she's in Fast Girls,
Whoa.
2012 hit movie.
Dude.
But
No Time to Lie? Whoa. Ooh. I like that.
Yeah, I like she fits the spectrum of 35 years old, and she's just a really cool actress. I when I was looking up gingers, I was either they were either in their 20s or they were in their 40s, and I'm like, this doesn't work for me. I would like them to be around the same age. And I think Lashana Lynch, she hasn't had really that big of a role in the superhero genre, so I think this would be good to to have another big role in an action movie. Like, I don't know if Woman King was action oriented. By the looks of it, it was. And No Time to Die, she's like, those are the two action roles that right now she's prominent in because of the most recent. But yeah, I think she'd be really good.
I know originally for Hawk Girl, I was thinking of doing like an Egyptian actress.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, because I think their whole, I'm pretty sure, their whole thing is, Egyptian mythology. So I totally meant to look it up, and then I just didn't have time to. And I think I just got on the boat of, dude, Hades. And I was like, ooh, I'll come back.
So when I was looking up, Hawk Girl and Hawkman, I thought they were the lamest hero ever. Sure, they have the power to of like reincarnation.
Mhm.
But when you think about what that means, they die, they come back to life, but they don't have any knowledge of
Mhm.
what they've experienced before,
Mhm.
and they hated like they came to a point where the hero was lame, so they revamped him in New 52 or even earlier than that, or when the Flashpoint
Mhm.
thing happened, because that's when a lot of changes happened to heroes.
Yeah.
And it turned into like, oh,
Or
Hawkman
Crisis
and
on Infinite Earths.
Yeah, I think that's what. Yeah.
Yeah, that was a big changing point.
Yeah, but
so I think that's when they brought Jason Todd back and reset just a lot of things.
Mhm. But Hawkgirl and Hawkman, they were able to like receive visions of their past lives after they've been reincarnated, but it just developed over time, and it wasn't like, oh, if you died in 2018, I don't know why 2018 was the first thing I thought of. you'd be reincarnated. You'd be reincarnated back into like in 2018, so you'd be a baby in 2018.
You'd be a baby.
A baby. I don't know why that sounded so rough.
Mhm. Well, there's so many cool things that you can do with reincarnation.
But like the problem is that like, oh, you gotta wait like 20 years for Hawkman or Hawkgirl to come back into the fight because they Hawkman died. You gotta wait for him to just not be a baby
Shucks.
anymore. Hey, can you wait like 20 years so we can like keep this battle going? Let's just call it a stalemate right now. Don't do anything bad. We won't do anything good. Just leave it how it is.
Mm-hmm.
But like now, it could be like Hawkgirl dies, reincarnated. Let's say present time is 2018. I don't know why 2018 is the central number.
Uh-huh.
But they die, then they're reincarnated in like, let's say, the 90s, and they can come back and like instantly, and she's like in their 30s or whatever that math is, in the 90s, like 20s, she's 20 or 30.
So it's like a sleeper agent.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I also see it like.
There's still that yeah. They're a complicated character, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah. I see it like how I view them. It's more like they can get reincarnated, but it's more like kind of like a Phoenix situation.
Phoenix?
But yeah, like a Phoenix.
That doesn't help.
Have you never seen Harry Potter?
Alright,
well, anyways, I see it being like they're just alive for a long time, but instead of just like them dying and them just being dead, they just come back to life, but then they also just live a long life too.
Well, like, so at like a certain point of whoever's like whoever the Hawkman power or Hawkgirl powers come from, like it's manifested at some point.
Mm-hmm.
And then like all their memories of previous Hawkman or Hawkgirl, they come back and they have like the power and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's I think we're talking about Hawkgirl too much, and
yeah,
it's a character that that's a character I want more understanding of because they're more complicated and they look cool.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and like it sucks because like I'd imagine we're not gonna get the same Hawkman from Black Adam.
No, I don't think so.
Which makes me very sad because I really liked him. Also, all the costumes in that movie were real good.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't just look CG. It made me want to die.
Are you sure you liked Atom Smasher's suit? I hated Atom Smasher's suit.
It was his uncle's, so I
don't think that was. I just think it just looked gross because it was CG.
Yeah.
It just looked like it was a wannabe. Yeah, you kept.
It just looked like Deadpool.
Yeah.
All right. Who's our next character?
It's our surprise characters.
Oh, whoa, dude.
Your surprise character. You go first.
I did Green Arrow. The man, the myth, and the legend. I did Cyrus Neamati. It's N-E-A, or Neamati. He is also from Hades. And he plays some of the most fun characters. And they're all so different. So he plays Ares, Dionysus.
Looks like this feast is getting started still. Am I not right about that, Zag? Come on, let's show everybody a good time.
And Theseus.
Hold, fiend! You'll walk not one more step toward the light of day, so long as I am here.
Nice.
So I'd probably do a mix of Theseus and Dionysus, because I feel like Green Arrow is very cocky. And just like, he totally has that that Theseus, like, vibe going towards him. Just being like, I can't think of any lines. I can only think of the F you, poopy head. No, I'm not.
That's not even him speaking.
I know. That's the problem. He just has such a funny way of speaking, and it makes me very happy. And then Dionysus is like, hey man, like he's so chill, like, Zag the man. Why don't you just, I was trying to do an accent. I was like, that's not even his accent. But yeah, I'd probably do like a mix of Dionysus and Theseus, because it's like, Theseus, you're a little too much, but then Dionysus, you're a whole different thing. I need a mix.
Mm-hmm. I wish I found it. I'm like, after hearing what you said, like earlier, like this week, of having Green Arrow in your group, I'm like, I should have a Green Arrow, but I couldn't find one in time.
He's also gonna be in. I want us to talk about this movie, the Doom that came to Gotham. It's a new movie that came out that's Batman related, but it has Green Arrow in it, and he looks like a knight from the Round Table that's like an archer, and it looks pretty sick. And I'm like, ooh, I'm excited to see this man. Didn't get any voice lines, but I'm like, ooh, I want to see this.
Nice. Well, I'm trying to, like, off the top of my head, I just immediately think of who I would have my actor be. It'd probably be, I thought of Liam Hemsworth, or he's the guy from Once Upon a Time, but he's also the swordsman from...
Is it Prince Charming they're thinking?
Yeah, he's yeah. He also plays...
We need someone with good facial hair. I want that mustache and goatee.
Yeah. We need that Robin Hood looking...
yeah. Robin Hood looking ass.
Gosh. Okay.
If you don't got the facial hair, get out.
Yeah.
That's all that matters. That's his whole character, is mustache and goatee.
Like, I don't really have too much of an attachment to Arrow, like the actor for Arrow. So I feel like people would be upset if I'm not a big fan of him, and he looks generic, and that's my whole thought process. I think he looks generic.
Like he could easily be someone else.
Yeah. He has nothing really definitive about him other than his hood.
Yeah.
Like his costume.
Like his costume is cool, but it's like, where's the goatee and mustache?
He just has a beard.
Where's the blonde locks? I need them.
Mm-hmm. So
that's all that I'm hung up on.
And like the problem is that like, oh, if you have Green Arrow, you have to have Black Canary, but because that's such a good duo.
Yeah. And it's like, would we keep the Black Canary from Birds of Prey? I would personally want to keep her. I really like her.
Too much. It's whatever.
She's good. I would keep all of them in there except Cassandra Cain. They did my lady dirty. And I'm like, that should be Stephanie Brown. Nando was right. You shouldn't have been Cassandra Cain. Should have been Stephanie.
That's a side rant. But...
I'm pissed.
I'm pissed. So,
like Scoob, I'm so pissed.
So, do you want to hear my surprise character? Well, you know what my surprise character is.
Yes, I'm ready.
My surprise character is Plastic Man.
Plastic Man.
And, I was gonna back out and not choose just not even present this character at all because the actor I chose is like 15 years older than everybody else. I think he's 56. Nope.
Dude, hit me with it.
He's not 56. I
How old
don't
is
know where I saw that. He was 56, but he's 49.
Wow.
Still, I think that's too old. He needs to be in his 30s. And
let me see him. Let me see the man.
His name is James Marsden.
Hey. Hey.
He,
I know you. You're from Enchanted.
Yeah.
He thought he was in his 60s?
I looked him up and it said, no, not 60s. It was like late 50s. It said like 59. I'm like, that's insane. But I think that was when I looked up Keanu Reeves to be my Batman. But, which
pissed.
I think Keanu Reeves 15 years ago would have been a great Batman.
No, he needs to be Constantine again, and he wants it too.
I don't know enough about Constantine, but Keanu Reeves can pull off billionaire and superimposing Batman.
Yeah.
I think he's the perfect character for Batman, in my opinion, if he was like younger.
He could be him, but not anymore.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But we're not talking about Batman. We're talking about James Marsden. He has superhero roles like Cyclops from the X-Men movies.
Bro, I didn't know that.
He was in 27 Dresses in The Notebook, so he has that whatever.
That suaveness.
He was in Hop. Hairspray. Okay,
Sam,
more importantly, he was in Sonic, Enchanted, and X-Men. Those are like the three things I went off of because he has that comic ability that like Plastic Man. He is not a serious character. That's his whole spiel.
He's Elastigirl but funny.
Yeah.
Elastigirl but funny, man.
Yeah. But I forgot that like when I'm like the day after we discussed doing this episode, I thought, man, we should have had Plastic Man be James Marsden. And
I've been stuck there ever since.
Yeah. But like immediately, like I didn't even think of X-Men. I didn't even realize he was an X-Men.
Me neither.
And yeah, I thought of him more from Enchanted and Sonic.
Yeah.
But I think he'd be very fun. He looks a lot like, you know who I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yep.
But to just compare, I guess I sort of like the
Pull
look
up
of
the
him.
Plastic Man. Pull him up. Pull up the plastic surgery.
Like I think this
dude,
could
would
totally
you keep that outfit? Like just leave it like that?
Oh, you
or
have
would
to. He's a goofy man. He has to have the stupid leotard.
Okay, but would you give him chest hair or be like shave it?
No, he's shaven. He's shaven.
Dude, I love that one. I can't remember. I think it's from a comic, but it's him just pointing at Superman, but he makes his arm super long and his hand big, and just like putting it in Superman's face, being like, "Hey, what are you doing?" Mm-hmm. He's so good. I love this. This is perfect.
Like, if he was younger, if I would be fine with him if he was, like, in that specific age range of 35 to 30. Mm-hmm. I think if he was anywhere between 34 and 37, I'd be fine. So that's, like, 12 to 15 years younger than he's at now. But I don't know. Those are my people. But
Nice.
yeah, I liked a couple of your choices.
Yeah.
I
liked a couple of your choices too.
Well, I didn't give up halfway through mine and be like, you know what, we're gonna have some YouTuber. Be
Allstate.
Yeah.
I said I didn't choose a YouTuber.
Okay, wait. Who did you actually pick for the Flash?
It was John Linnell. No, John Linnell.
Okay. I'm still upset though.
The Flash was hard. Because I was like, I want someone younger, but not too young. Because I sat there and I was like, it made me so mad. Because I was like, I want, like, someone young. But then I kept finding people that were too young or that sounded too young.
Mm-hmm.
Because then I was trying to get, like, 20s and 30s. Because then it's like, we can start it up. They can go for a long time. Even though it's like, they can be older and keep going, too.
Yeah.
Because, like, I was also sitting there like, ooh, Jack Dylan Grazer. Whichever one. He's in Luca.
Mm.
He's... what's his name?
Luca or...
Alberto, that's his name. Yeah.
Oh yeah, he's way too young.
Yeah, which I'm so sad because I'm like, oh, he has a good voice, but he's, like, too young.
Yeah, I think my problem is I thought the people in their 20s looked too young,
Mm-hmm.
and then I didn't want to make like an old group because the idea was to make a cast that would go on for like 10 years, do what MCU did.
And I feel like with the difference of voice acting and then acting is like with like doing like live action stuff, is that you're looking at them and everything, so you can, like, you're seeing them getting older and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
While with voice acting, it's like sometimes you can tell voice difference, like, what's his name? Mufasa.
James Earl Jones?
Yeah, like just getting the difference of him in the original Lion King and then the new Lion King, where like in the new one, you can tell that he's older.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's crazy old. But
he's old. But yeah, it's like with voice acting, you can go for a long time.
Yeah. Like Rob Paulson has been doing voices for who knows how long, and his voices sound like almost the same.
Yeah.
And this is just another shout out, Rob Paulson.
Dude, please come on the show.
Come in this apartment and record with us and be upset that we don't have as cool a setup as Talking Tunes, and
that's why we tell them, hey, let's go on your podcast, and while we're at it, let's just record while we're over there too.
I'd just spend a lot of money. I'd spend a lot of money and find the nicest set, and then be like, hey, this is where we usually go.
Look at us, we're so cool. Bro.
Yeah. Well, that's been the episode. Let us know some people who you've thought of for, like, whether that be voice acting or live action, and I don't know, like some of your thought processes of why you picked some different people.
And say why mine are better than Sam's.
No.
Especially
everybody hop on the train.
Especially Martian Manhunter.
Yeah. We should all hop on the train that Martian Manhunter was a bad choice for Amy.
No. It's the perfect choice.
Everybody send hate mail to Amy. Her email is...
Don't do it, I'll cry.
Guys, I need to hire somebody who can work their way up into or the metaverse, hop onto the Instagram stuff, and figure out how to code dislikes onto pictures, so we can all dislike Amy's stuff.
No, don't do it,
for her heinous crimes that she's committed of having Allstate man as
He was. I will say this. He was my very last choice, and I'm like, please,
who was
I'm
your
dying.
first choice?
One of like the main three, the big three.
I'll act like I know what you're talking about, but
Sam, are you kidding me?
the big three?
Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman. The big three. Just
you
like
wanted,
in Greek
you
gods.
wanted Allstate to play one of the big
No,
three.
what are you talking about?
That's what you just said.
I said I did Martian Manhunter last. That's why Allstate Man was there. Because I was dying.
I thought you were like, I was gonna put Martian Manhunter. I was gonna put Allstate actor as one of the big three, but I decided to change him up and make him be Martian Manhunter, and that was gonna make me go insane.
He's Batman now. I changed it. Swap him out.
Never mind. I'm hiring a hitman. I'm killing Amy.
Do what you won't.
And then I can come back on.
Oh god.
Get out.
I can join the show. Well, thanks for listening to this episode. If you liked this, you should go check out our other stuff. If you're on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, please leave a review. Check out our other videos on YouTube where we have bonus content outside of our podcasts. And if you like that, please like, comment, and subscribe to also help our channel grow. Recommend us to your friends so they can also enjoy the dynamic duo of a lifetime.
And check us out on TikTok and Instagram at AJS_podcast. And check out my art stuff on Instagram at Babby_Yammy. And we'll see you in the next one.
See ya!